Hello, this is Starcraft 2, as I'm sure you could tell. I have been playing the co-op mode of Starcraft 2 for quite some time now. What we are seeing here is an extension of the co-op mode, also known as Allied Commanders. This is on the arcade, and I'm using a thing called Maguro maps, where I can... Basically, you can do mutations, weekly mutations, and... Let's see, I'm trying to think what else. Weekly mutations and custom mutations, just in general stuff. You can also select your maps. Well, not maps, but you can select your enemy comps as well. Anyway, this is a weekly challenge. Yeah, this hasn't updated properly, so I was watching this off screen. Anyway, you're supposed to team up with a partner with a commander of your choosing to beat the mission. And we have some mutators to make the mission a little harder. I have selected Stukov for this because I love playing Stukov, especially with this talent, Lord of the Horde. Anyway, you can beat these mutations or weekly challenges, whatever you want to call them. If you're good enough and know what you're doing, or your commander in question is good enough, then you can beat these by yourself. So that's what I did a lot of these, and I just wanted to record and upload these. So anyway, what does Stukov do? Stukov can generate either a ton of infested, which is the route I went with, or he can generate infested mech. Both have their strengths and weaknesses. This is the infested colonist compound. After the 3-minute mark over here, it spawns infested civilians, and these upgrades just help the units that come out of here. This map, Void Thrashing, is very loosely based off one of the char maps from Heart of the Swarm. I forget which one, to be honest with you. But anyways, I rallied over here to take out the expansion here. On one of the weaknesses that Stukov has, at least with this prestige or talent, is that you can only direct infantry to one place. If I were to select this bunker, I mean, we're watching a replay right now, and if I were to right-click here to try and rally it, it would rally every single bunker and the infested colonist compound to that location, so, yeah. And you can see we have some top bars here, which I'll explain those. And by the way, on this map, this attack wave that's coming towards me, it could happen at the 3-minute mark. In general, you want the attack wave to come at the 4-minute mark, not 3-minute mark. And here you can see I summoned this massive Ultralisk looking thing, the Apocalypse. It can clean out entire bases or heavy amounts of defenses by itself. Lava Burst here. You can see the Lava Burst popping out of the ground. It damages all units that approach. Yeah, here I got kind of pissed, so I just used Infest Structure to take out these remaining Zealots. Evasive Maneuvers is pretty annoying. It makes enemies teleport away whenever you hit them. You see this Zealot? See if we could see it. Yeah, you can see guys just teleporting around. Yeah. Now, with this talent, every bunker that Stukov makes generates a man every 8 seconds. Well, 10, but you have to level up your commanders. After level 14, it generates a man every 8 seconds, a trooper every 8 seconds. So, when you get a lot of these, you can see where Stukov with this talent just snowballs out of control. Meaning that Amon's forces can't possibly stop Stukov. And right here, I'm taking my expansion. I'm not going to bother harvesting this Vespene because Stukov does not really need the Vespene gas. He needs minerals. Most commanders will take this space, but Stukov doesn't have to with this talent. Anywho, I'm just trying to saturate the natural here. And this upgrade here, Plague Munitions, infested Marines and Troopers deal extra 50 damage over 15 seconds. Yeah, you do more damage over time, and it's flat damage, so you can see right here, the Plague Munitions, see the health going down very rapidly, actually. That is an omni-useful upgrade for this talent, or just in general, but especially with this talent. One thing you can do on Meguro maps is select what enemies come to your base when an attack wave is launched. I did not do that here and got Immortal Colossus, which is actually one of the worst things for Stukov to fight. But it's fine, no big deal. So we're gonna call down the infested Alexander in a bit, I think. It's been a while since I recorded this one. Now I have a lot of mutation solos, and some of these I just will not do commentary on. If I do, I'll just record just the game and have the speed increased. Guys just bouncing all over the place because of evasive maneuvers. Oh, and the goal of this mission is to kill all these Void Thrashers before this custom character, Sergeant Hammer, and her worthless fortress go down. Yeah, here you can see the infested Alexander marching over here to wreak some havoc on the base. It's his level 15 talent is the anti-air tentacles, which when you hit level 15, you automatically capture and control a air unit that's not heroic. Pretty helpful for getting rid of garbage like carriers and broodlords and such. And when the Alexander goes down, you can see the Apocalypse here again. When the Alexander dies for any reason, when it crashes down on the ground, it does 300 flat damage to whatever it lands on. So you could definitely choose to have the Alexander die in a strategic place. Oh, and you can see the Apocalypse just get completely annihilated by Lava Burst. Lava Burst does extra damage to heroic units, so certain people with hero units such as Dahaka, Stetman, Tychus, Zeratul, they will get wiped out very quickly, but if you keep them in a Lava Burst long enough. And as you can see, I'm just building bunkers, don't care. I have the second eBay just to get armor. Why am I not getting armor? There we go. Anyway, I'll be honest, most commanders are actually pretty Vespene starved, so I usually don't bother getting armor unless there's a reason to get armor. But Stukov just builds bunkers. They take four supply to build. Anyway, Stukov just builds bunkers with this talent, Lord of the Horde, the 3rd prestige. So I don't need much in the way of Vespene, just enough to get upgrades. I'm upgrading the mech weapons because it does help the Apocalypse and the Alexander cooldowns, the top bars. That's not something you really have to do, but I do it just to make the cooldowns just a bit stronger. And it's not like Stukov will ever lack money at any point in the game. And yeah, you can see the sheer number of Marines just marching. I'm not controlling these. I just have them. I just basically said, you guys go in this direction, and they're all going in the direction I told them to go. Here we see I have to pull everything back to rally over here to take care of this attack wave. There are some scouts added, which is not really a problem. Scouts are still better than in Scouts are better in StarCraft 2 than in StarCraft 1 from what I remember, but they still suck against Mass Marine, which is essentially what Stukov does. So you can see I'm still not microing anything, just moving the Apocalypse into position to kill things. I use the Alexander here just to snatch the Colossus and snatch the carrier. If the unit in question can be hit with an anti-air attack, like that Colossus, the Alexander will steal the Colossus too. And here we just have the bonus objective, which is kill this Archangel. There you can see the Alexander crash doing damage for a moment.
Heads up, commanders. That Archangel is on the move. Probably gonna start repairing itself till it's under fire.
And unfortunately, because the attack wave landed, I couldn't kill the Archangel, so it flies away. You can kill it before it flies away, but oh well, it's not the end of the world if you can't get it. Oh yeah, and I realized, oh shit, this Void Thrasher is still alive. Well, it won't be alive much longer. And it's dead. And, where's my detection? Oh, okay, I just have my detection over here. That's the only thing I control throughout pretty much the entire game, as far as military goes. And because I wanted to, I said, by God, I'm getting this bonus objective, so I just march all my men over there, and they do get the bonus. Sure, the Archangel can do some damage, but it ain't gonna do any. It ain't gonna do much against all these guys. Goodbye. By the way, Amon's units are invulnerable while teleporting away from evasive maneuvers. Oh, also, I forgot to mention Scorched Earth. Any enemy units that die create a little puddle of fire on the ground, which is obnoxious when you have to deal with carriers and broodlords, because every single interceptor or broodling that they shoot out, along with Swarmhost Locust, will set the ground on fire again. The size of the fire depends upon the unit, how big it is and how much supply it costs. And, did I? Okay, I used the Apocalypse over here to try and clean some of this garbage out. It has this anti-air attack, the cluster rockets, but unfortunately, thanks to, evasive maneuvers, they all just miss. But fortunately, Stukov generates so many... Oh, and all these bunkers, you see this? They generate the men for free. Ditto to this compound. It's generating all of its men for free. Sergeant Hammer can shut the hell up. And here you can see an attack wave coming at kind of a problematic time, because I want to win this. If Sergeant Hammer's fortress gets destroyed, you lose. Here I call down the Alexander to try and take care of this, but unfortunately it doesn't work as well as I would like. We'll see that here in a moment. The Colossi here get hit, but unfortunately the scout, the Alexander's not controlling any of the scouts, and the scouts are taking free shots at the Alexander, and it dies. So unfortunately, all these scouts are just causing problems at my base. I guess I deserve that, because I did do a scout-only run of Starcraft 1 a while back. But yeah, these guys end up taking out all of my overlords here, but that's honestly not a big deal. We only have 2 Void Thrashers to kill. All the defenses are dead over here. Plus, the Apocalypse will come off cooldown in a minute. But then another attack wave comes from here. Oh, by the way, I built inside what would be my ally's natural, but I toggled the option to remove my ally from the game. I didn't have anyone here. I just played this alone, like I said. You can just type command solo and it eliminates the base over here. You are still not allowed to take this base for yourself. That disqualifies a solo. And yeah, you can see these Immortals and Colossi are just absolutely wrecking my bunkers, which is bad. But fortunately, I killed the last man, and I won.
We were designed for war, and we were very well designed.
And there we go. So that's it for this mutation. This is just the score screen. This is Masteries, just what I use. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. So anyway, that's it for this solo, and I will see you guys for the next one.